All right, Red Faction. We have a trailer for Black Cat, who we just saw in the earlier video. Oh, wait, I didn't do this part. There we go. In the dev vision that we reacted to earlier, now we have the character reveal trailer, so we're probably going to see a lot more of her kit. So let's go through this. This is Black Cat, the Master Thief, character reveal trailer for Marvel Rivals, the new Duelist character.
Felicia's here to steal a win. Good fortune for me.
So, okay. So that was her ability where she steals fortune from other characters. So that did a little bit of damage. So she had 100. That did a good chunk. I mean, but she got 300 for that. That was from a duelist. So I wonder if it like scales depending on the character.
Fortune for me.
Okay. So that attack gained her 300. But it seems like every time she does an ability or an attack, she loses fortune. But when she hits an enemy, she does more. What the fuck was that? So she's a melee duelist, of course. So she had 700. Every attack she did, she loses 50. But when she lands, she gains it back. So it seems like every attack she loses fortune on. But every time she lands, she gains. What the hell? Okay.
Me, ouch. Let's make a deal.
Okay, so then she has a wheel where she can pick an artifact. Okay.
Peekaboo.
She can reveal... What? That's nuts. So, a certain art... So, wait, okay, so how many did she have before that? Okay, so... She had 100. So these things cost different amounts.
Let's make a deal.
So she did the Tablet of Destiny. That gave her 1,000. And she was able to pick a new one.
Peekaboo.
The Flame Orb revealed 3 characters on the map. So there's Daredevil, Iron Man, and Hawkeye.
So stealthy.
No, okay. Johnny Storm.
Eat your heart out, strange.
I'm sorry, what? She can make a portal, like a mini Strange portal. And it allows for flanks.
Deliciously dangerous.
What was that?
Now's the perfect time to strike.
Huh? Wait a second. She can go invisible? Or is that one of the artifacts? She used an artifact to basically go invisible? Okay, so this is her ultimate. It looks like. So she has the ability to steal. She has the artifact ability she gets. She has a little whip thing that she can do, and then a pounce. So this is her ultimate. It marks like 3 characters. So there's a Punisher, a Loki, and a Hawkeye.
Good boy, Petey.
Hey, yo. Uh, okay. So I want to examine this a little bit more. Okay, so that she can steal. If she steals from someone, she gains 300 from them and does a bit of damage. It's on a 5. It's on like a 6-second cooldown. Okay. Okay, so she's about to use it. Oh, she just used it. So okay, now she used her shift ability, or her right click ability, or was that? Was it a shift into a right click? Yeah, it was a shift into a right click, which changed to a pounce. Okay, this is how she chooses the artifacts. She became invisible there, able to flank, did her right click, shift, regular attack. She made a mini portal. She's going to be game changing. Okay, so this is the portal. Now she can select a different one. She chooses the fish. It added gravity to all the characters. So the flying characters, Ultron and Angela, got taken down. And then Doctor Strange combined the ult and was able to basically stun them all. Okay, so let's take a look back at some of these. Okay, so this crown allowed her to become invisible. This fish allowed for gravity. This is a flame order which shot into the air, revealed 3 targets. So I wonder how that is going to work. And then we have a card, this little orb, and this. So this is okay. So this is Sling Ring. So this was the portal. So what are these other 2? So gravity, invisibility, portals, flame orbs. I wonder what these 2 will do. So yep, there's the invis. Here's her ult, which seems to have different effects depending on like who gets hit by what. So she attacked, but during this, oh no, that just okay. She was able to. Did it? Each kill resets the cooldown on her ult. I'm sorry, fucking what? You're telling me that as long as she gets a kill, it like resets it? Okay, so she became invisible for the flank. She climbed up here, casted her ult. There, it showed each target. So there's a Spider-Man, a Loki, a Punisher, and a Hawkeye. She dove in, got the kill, reset the cooldown. Jumped up here to the Hawkeye, attacked him, killed him, reset the cooldown. Now she's behind Loki. She did a slash attack, killed him, dashed, killed Spider-Man. I'm sorry, this character is going to be crazy strong. And depending on who you team her up with, even stronger. So, you can literally do... Oh my god, could you imagine Emma like, okay, so what I said in the other one was like you could have like Cap and Bucky, but just imagine Emma, Doctor Strange, um, Black Cat, and since she's more of like a dive character, like she's a better Panther, but you can be like smarter with her, because you have to use her like the different talismans to like, you know, move around. I almost wonder. Okay, let's go back a good bit. Let's go to, where was it? Not there. It was here. Okay, so this is the invisible one. This is the portal. This is the gravity one. And then this is the fortune one. So she uses the flame orb here. Oh no, she uses the tablet of destiny, which gave her 1,000 points here. She then went in, used the flame orb, threw it out. It marked 3 enemies that she could see. So there's the Hawkeye, the Daredevil, and the... So does that tether them? Until she makes contact with them? So it goes up in the air. It hit him. So it hit the Daredevil. But because there's an object in the way, it didn't hit them. But it did show that. So does it attach onto one? And then there's a radius of like where you can detect. So, you know, he died. She now has 600. She does some attacks. It goes down. It doesn't seem like it goes down over time. It depends on use and your abilities. So there's a portal. A gravity attack. Oh my god, this character. If you can combo the talismans with her abilities, this character's going to be insane. And she has a special little thing when she kills Spider-Man. So, yeah, I think this is going to be a very... So, for all the Black Panther players out there that really want to play with Black Panther, but you can't because he ain't that good, well, now you go. Here's another feline character for you to play. I'm already thinking that because of her, there might be Emma bans. Because can you imagine being hit by Emma? You're being pulled in, and then here comes Black Cat to just swoop in and just eviscerate you. Because you can't move with Emma's stuff. So Strange and Emma could be good. It's going to be dependent on the patch notes that we get from them in a little bit here. Probably within the next, like, I don't know, maybe hour or so. So yeah, she's gonna be very, very interesting to deal with. Mantis could be good with her, but she could also be a counter to her. Since she has to get in close, Hawkeye needs to be able to find her and everything. So communication is going to be key with this character because I think this is the first duelist that has probably the most unique playstyle of all of them. I mean, she's a melee one, but she can close that distance insanely fast. They're probably, depending on how the play test for her happens, either probably tomorrow. There's probably going to be a bunch of content creators that get invited to do a play test for her, and it's going to be nuts. I'm trying to think what other supports. So Luna could be, because she could freeze her. Mantis could sleep her. Jeff, not really. I feel like Jeff is just going to get absolutely eviscerated by her. Ultron has air, but he could be brought down to the ground by her, depending on, the radius of that gravity attack. So, yeah, he wasn't that high up in the air. So it seems like it's a zone a lot different than Invis. So it's probably only like a 5-meter zone. Because let's see. She portaled, came out, grabbed the fish, threw the fish down. So she launched it about, 10 meters away. And it hit them all. And I think it stuns them. Hold on, let me show you guys a better view. So, Strange is ulting here. They're all doing their stuff. They get hit by it. It kind of briefly stunned them, and then they got hit by the Strange ult, which has a different radius. See the claw attack, basic attack, and then another basic attack. Okay, so let's look at these again. So, it didn't show it, but this is probably from her ultimate. This is the Sling Ring, Invis, Gravity, Flame Orb, which I wonder... I wish I knew... Okay, so... She really wants the Flame Orb, but she wants to make sure. So instead of going with the Flame Orb, and the Helm of Hades here, that's the invisible one. The Tablet of Destiny, or Destinies, gives her a free 1,000. So it basically allows her to use her skills without having to lose it. So she uses it, buys the Flame Orb. The Flame Orb reveals enemies, and... the invis doesn't last that long. It doesn't seem like the thing does damage, but I don't know if it tethers them because it's a line, so that's going to take some playtime. Portal at 800. Now she uses the fish. It didn't show that other one, I don't think, in this entire thing. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think it ever showed us that little, sphere-looking thing with, the horns. So I have no idea what that one does. Because, Portal, fish. We saw the helm at least twice. You know, Helm of Hades went invis. Pressed her ult. So we didn't get to see what one of them does, which will be very interesting to see what that one actually does. I'm very interested to see how this goes. Because, you know, it should be a very interesting character. But yeah, when the patch notes get dropped later, I'll make another one. With that being said, Red Faction, have a good one. I hope you enjoyed the dev vision, and I kind of interested to see how Miss Hardy here works. So yeah, with that being said, have a good one.